I am a killer, but I just murdered my own boss. All because of a chain reaction set off by an assassination job a few days ago. That time my target was a billionaire, but a beautiful woman suddenly blocked my scope. I quickly shifted my aim back to the target, but a man's instinct made me sneak another glance at her before I finally locked on again. I checked my watch, heart rate at 65, my optimal state, gripping my rifle. I concentrated, waiting for the target to reappear. The moment he did, I pulled the trigger, but unexpectedly, the woman moved at the last second and took the bullet instead. I hurriedly chambered another round, but by then the bodyguards had spotted my position and swiftly closed the curtains, realizing I'd lost my best chance. I packed up my gear, picked up the spent shell casing, put on my helmet, slipped downstairs, and rode off on the motorcycle I'd prepared that morning. I stopped at a nearby convenience store. Inside the restroom, I quickly changed clothes and carefully washed up. Before leaving, I sprayed on a generous amount of cologne to ensure I left no trace behind. After that, I hailed a taxi and headed straight to the airport. Before entering, I wiped my fingerprints off the handgun and tossed it into a trash bin. But as I went through security, I noticed a police dog watching me intently. Even though I'd cleaned off any scent, I wasn't willing to take the risk, so I immediately abandoned that flight. I turned back, entered the restroom again, and thoroughly scrubbed myself down once more, even wiping clean the sink I'd used. Then I booked a different flight and prepared to leave. But just as I was about to board, my boss called. He criticized me for failing the mission and warned me this wasn't over.
This is a problem. Obviously it's a fucking problem, to say the least.
I knew all too well, with a high-stakes assassination like this, failure often means the killer gets silenced. That put me in serious danger. After hanging up, I removed the SIM card, crushed the phone, and boarded the plane back to the Dominican Republic. My car was parked at the airport. I thought I'd head home and rest up. But as soon as I reached my door, I spotted 2 sets of men's shoe prints on the ground. Definitely not my wife's size. Next to the prints was a pile of cigarette butts, a clear sign someone had been staking out the place for a while.